During lunch, Draco and Harry decided to sit together at the Gryffindor table. The Gryffindors were shocked and slightly offended, but as they saw the name tattoos on either's neck, all of the questions evaporated completely. They were replaced by requests to show off music and 3D modeling skills. Some young students were scared of Draco, who sometimes felt overwhelmed and couldn't hold in a mentally broken laugh, smile, gesture, or performance of talent. Others thought it was cool. A few felt slightly disgusted as sometimes Harry or Draco would sneak a small kiss or a peck on the cheek from the other. Soon enough, the whole school knew the partners, the new couples which were partners that submitted into a relationship like Draco and Harry. As they were leaving for a month, and this was the last time they would see their friends, Draco and Harry performed a small show for the Gryffindor table, while Gwyll had been gently controlling a few students on the Slytherin table. Now and then, someone would splash a cup of juice in their face, slap a friend, or kick the table. Harry's and Draco's show was different. Harry played and sang a song, Mad Hatter, by Melanie Martinez. He sang it in a very electronic voice, playing the music beats by himself, doing so in a cool-looking and expensive trackpad Draco got him that day. Though of course Harry also bought Draco unlimited access to the most professional 3D modeling, informative, and creation app on a MacBook, which he bought for him as well. That even out the prices worth of millions. While Harry performed the song, radiating with color as his hair and shining color throughout the room, Draco controlled the shape of a crazy woman in a Mad Hatter's hat, performing a dance that followed Harry's music. The woman turned into water and fire with every beat sparking color. She was life-sized as a human and danced on the table. Nothing inappropriate, though. At the end of the song, the crazy figure of a woman sat down and laughed a crazy, breathtaking giggle before exploding into water, which splashed everywhere. Before the water reached anything and made it wet, it turned into fire and disappeared into thin air. Yep, Draco and Harry were meant for each other. They just felt it. But it was so weird, like, first they hated each other, then for some reason they don't mind snogging each other, and then they have sex and boom, now Draco's crazy in love with him, and now they're going somewhere random looking like people from some kind of fucking teenage movie. Harry just shrugged it off. If this was how it was supposed to be, it was going to be so. He loved Draco and he wouldn't risk losing him over this weird plot twist. He would try his best to change Draco's mind about being a Death Eater no matter what. Baby, come to bed with me? Draco walked up behind Harry, wrapping his arms around the boy, kissing his neck gently. Yeah, okay. Got any information on when we're leaving? Yeah, we're leaving at 3 a.m., so we still have 5 hours to rest before the 6-hour Muggle Boy journey. Draco was already pulling on Harry, impatient to go to bed. So much information in one day, it was a little too much. Everyone was tired, and the two just wanted to snuggle up beside each other and sleep. Harry allowed and went to their special room that was built for students that attended the Love Potions class. They walked into the common room, left their stuff there, and went into their bedroom after waving a goodbye to the rest of the students. Lavender was now trying to hack a complicated system she had created herself, getting the attention of quite a few boys. Blaze was trying to cheat out some cash out of bets on whether she'll hack it or not. Harry helped the exhausted Blondie undress, the boy almost falling asleep in his arms. Draco was so cute but frightened in his new look. It was actually kind of creepy. Harry was realizing who he had fallen for. He, the fighter for light and fairness, is in a relationship with the follower of the dark, working for the man that killed his parents. You alright, love? You seem to be bothered by something? Draco wrapped his arms around Harry's neck, gently ruffling the cool, now dark blue hair. As Harry came back to reality, he felt touched that Draco even cared, and his hair went pale pink. Well, that's a better color then. Come on, honey, I'm sleepy. But you know I can't fall asleep without you. Oh, am I that boring? Harry started pushing Draco to the bed until he hit its rim, falling back on it. No, I never said that. I meant that I need you by my side. So much happened today, I just need support. Harry bent down and bobbed Draco, gifting a pacifying kiss that left the sentence unfinished. He pulled Draco up so that his legs weren't dangling off the bed. He was then flipped over by Draco, who climbed on top of him, settling down on his lap. Draco ran his hands through his hair, moving his hips in circle motion on Harry's lap, biting his lip, hands above his head, eyes half closed. Harry absolutely loved the view before him. The new tattoos that covered Draco's body were making him look more sexy than before. He looked more like a careless gangster teenager, which he was, of course, but didn't really look like one before. The piercings, the gold chain, the half-black hair fit him so well. He looked like a sexy fuckboy version of an emo. His different color eyes were full of lust, the two different pupils indicating his hunger. I miss you, Daddy. You can't just walk off, going around the corridors without me yet. No, that don't, do you? Jacob moaned out, continuing to teasingly move his hips against Harry's, who was now pink-eyed and bright red purple-haired. I know, honey, I'm sorry. I had to find Seamus and talk to him about some homework we had to do. You know I don't pay attention in class. I swear I'll make it up to you. Well then, why are you taking so long? I'm so mad at you. Draco bent down and made a hungry body roll against Harry's body, making the other mon turn red-eyed, hair and face. He sat back up and began shyly tracing the tattoos on Harry's hip. Because I sometimes like to see you pout about that stuff, as I get amazing shows from you every time I do so. Jake created a water figure of Harry and a fire figure of himself in the position they were in at that moment. The fire figure performed a lap dance on the water one. Then the water figure tried to kiss the fire, but instead put out the fire. The fire figure turned to stone, looked at itself, then the water figure before collapsing, which killed both of the figures. Jacob's expression went cold, and he climbed off Harry, getting off the bed and sitting down on the chair next to it. He pulled his silk hoodie on, covering himself. What? You think you can do all you fucking want with me and get all you fucking want that easily? What do you mean? I don't get it. Honestly, you think I don't know you're trying to change me? I bet you don't even love me the way I love you. I bet you don't even love me at all. You just want me to trust you and go over to the good side. Am I right? You're using my obsession with you to your advantage, aren't you? Harry stood up quickly, the tips of his hair actually flaming fire red. I knew this conversation would come up eventually, but why so soon? No, Draco, I'm not using you. I actually do love you, whether you believe it or not. I never thought I would, but I actually do. I can go my whole life without sex, just so I can spend the time with you. I'm just scared for us, you know what I mean? The kid of life and the kid of death together and all, it's unsafe. Draco lowered his head, tears welling up in his eyes. It was the quickest reaction of crying Harry has ever seen Draco have. Are you breaking up with me? Harry was stunned by the question. That was the stupidest question that Draco ever asked him. No! What kind of a question is that? Of course not, baby. I'm just worried for the two of us. If you want me to just shrug it off, then I will. What am I doing wrong? Tell me. God, Harry, sorry. Hormones. But really, could you please stop trying to prevent pain in the future and live the time with me today? Will you hold me tight and not let go? Allow me like there's no tomorrow? The words were pained and touching. Harry's hair was a purple mixture of blue and pink now, tears of his own slowly leaking down his face. Of course, Draco. I will dedicate my life to you. I will change, I swear. I love you. Look at me, please. Draco looked up into warm silver violet eyes, which were turning yellow of sight happiness. The two smiled at each other until Harry's smile faded. Wait, what do you mean hormones? Draco sat down on the bed next to Harry, picking his words. Well, I hope that after this you'll also dedicate your life to someone else. Harry's eyes widened in realization. Are you... Did I get you... Draco slowly looked up, nodding slightly. Yeah, and it's 100% yours. I'm so sorry, Harry. You can break up with me now if you want to. Harry's hair went through a series of colorways, mostly blue, red, and flame. How? You're a fucking male! Yes, but some males have the ability to get pregnant. Our world is different, Harry. That's one of the reasons we were paired up. It's because I can get pregnant so I can carry your future child. It's my job. And so is the job of Lavender, Ginny, and Parvati. It wasn't supposed to happen until the next year. I'm so sorry. Harry nodded, understanding. He could just leave. He could break up with Draco and not have to worry about a thing. It's not fair. He didn't even know that it would ever have to happen at all. But Draco was still young and scared. He wouldn't be able to manage it on his own. And after all, it was their baby. It was his responsibility. He should have at least looked into that question before filling his load into Draco. Draco was curled up in a ball, hugging his legs close to his chest, sobbing. I knew it. I knew I'd reject it. I knew this relationship would end. I'm so sorry. Please, Harry, I won't be able to manage on my own. I need you. Can you please help me? Harry didn't want to hear any more of that nonsense. He wrapped his arms around Draco, pulling him into his tight embrace. Draco had broken down officially and was now crying hard against Harry's chest, his eyeliner smudging over it. Harry lay down with Draco, soothing the other to sleep. He muttered sweet and encouraging things to him, reminding him of how much he meant to him. The bond seemed to have calmed down more and more with every promise or compliment. Draco, shh. Love, I'm here for you. I always will be. I'll be with you all the way until the end and on. I'm so sorry I pulled you into this at such a young age. This is our baby. I'll not reject it or you. I'll love the both of you. And so on until Draco was finally asleep in Harry's arms. Finally, a normal, cute, sweet smile on his face. He felt loved and needed. He knew this was going to get difficult, but if Harry would be there for him, he would fight all the way.